Hello, 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 and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, known as the Dream Decipherer, and this is Dream Your Life, Live Your Dream Live, where we talk about all things dreams. Now, today the weather has segued very nicely into this live. I was going to sit outside, sit by the pond at the back of the house, but it's a bit too chilly for that. And, this time of year, with time of transition, it's wild weather as well as perhaps wild dreams. The seasons are changing and the weather is changing along with it. Politics, there's all kinds of things going on and all kinds of changes happening, not just here in the U.S., but around the world. And so it can be a time of chaos. We're having snow or rain where it's not supposed to be during this time of year, all kinds of things going on. So it's a real ferment. And our dreams will reflect that changing environment, that our dreams may also seem to be more chaotic, whereas obviously springtime is considered a time of renewal, a time of new beginnings and new life. It can also be a time of conflict and chaos. And that conflict and chaos, whether it be in the weather or politics, will turn up in our dreams in some way. If we look at matters from the perspective of neuroscientific research, researchers consider the dream state a very creative brain state, and a number of scientific discoveries and other things and business solutions, including Google, I might add, came on the back of recalled dreams. So this creative energy can be harnessed to make better decisions, whether to create the next Google or choose our next life partner or choose a life partner. Nevertheless, despite that, every day thousands of highly innovative business solutions and ideas are just simply lost at workplaces around the world. Why? Because people have trouble recalling their dreams or just ignore them and treat them as being so much nonsense. Cheap wine, too late cheese at night, eating too late at night, whatever the case may be. So the ancillary benefits of listening to our dreams also is things like greater personal insight, higher self-esteem, better relationships with others, and additional improving our outcomes because we're making decisions based on what is truly best for us, that comes from the deepest and wisest part of us. And that's something that is brought out and borne out by research. This recent dream research in particular is showing that there is so much, a wealth of information that's contained in our dreams if we would only tap into them. So whether we're facing chaos in our lives, whether on a professional or personal level, we become confused, we become blind, and we fear losing control. And in this confusion that's created by the absence of some kind of certainty or something to hang on to, we have the capacity at this point to become alchemists and transmute those feelings into something positive and useful for us. So instead of acting from a place of fear, we have to flip the script somehow in order to recognize and identify the opportunities that to be able to seize the right moments and take those leaps of faith that'll move us into new directions and hopefully better ones. Now, and from my own life, I know this was very much the case. At the start of the pandemic, I was living in London. Basically being able to see clients face to face was just impossible. You couldn't do it. But what I started to do is to look around and notice that even during these straitened circumstances, there were people who were thriving. And from those dreams and musings and thoughts actually became a course in resilience, particularly for therapists. So I use those straitened circumstances, those difficult circumstances, as a springboard to be able to create something new. And that's the challenge of times of chaos, that you take those what I call the lemons of life and make some lemonade instead. So if you can look at it, you can look at things from the perspective that one of the reasons why we dream is to not only to make sense of what happens to us during the day, but to be able to issue a call for us to change a situation or turn a situation around, or at the very least look at it from a different perspective. So the dreams serve the function of helping us to better operate during our waking lives, as the dreams help us to clear out the emotional, spiritual, and intellectual garbage that we accumulate in our day-to-day lives. Because of a huge part of what we do happens on the unconscious level, paying attention to the dream content can really help us understand what is really going on with us and what is driving us at a deeper, more unconscious level. For example, an unconscious driver could be, for many people, the fear of not being good enough, combined perhaps with the fear of standing out, of being noticed even. So leaders in particular who have confronted this kind of double-edged sword of fear, by working with their dreams and working through these issues, actually become more courageous, more inclusive, and more compassionate leaders. Maybe we need to teach have our politicians go through training like that to help them to remember that who they're serving. You never know. Chaos is perceived as a negative attribute. But even in the Bible, it says, out of the face of chaos, the earth was formed. The heavens were formed. So chaos is not necessarily a bad thing. It is something that allows for change to occur. So it has its positive characteristics. It's all according to how you see it. If you see it as chaos, it will be chaos. If you see that as a means of constructing something new, seeing it differently, then it's not necessarily a bad thing to be going through a period of chaos. Chaos can be a path to creating order and seeing new and unforeseen opportunities for turning something around or creating a success of something. Taking paths that perhaps we would have never even thought of if things had been going right. So by being curious and open to the multiple layers and multiple sides of a situation, and as well as acknowledging our feelings and our role to these things and events, and connecting with our dreams that are showing us the way as to what's the best way forward for us, we can flip the script. We can overcome entrenched beliefs. We can overcome mitigating circumstances and actually find meaningful solutions that will help us not only to grow, but perhaps even to thrive. So I hope that's given you some food for thought about what may be happening with your dreams at this moment in time. As I said, wild weather, wild politics, and is all going to show up in our dreams. And it's like, what are your dreams trying to get you to make order of? What is it trying to help you to bring back into order out of chaos? The challenge is up to you. The decision is yours, of course. But I know from experience that the universe will keep knocking at the door and knock you flat, if necessary, to get your attention. So it's really easier. Make your life easier and listen to what your body's wisdom. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your dreams. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And if you have a dream that is disturbing your progress through spring, get in contact for a free initial consultation and find out what is actually going on with you. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. And I'll also be in the near future making some announcements about some changes that I'll be making. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.